Hi, you're watching Dog Ear Musings, and I'm Monica, and I'm back. I know I've been gone for a little bit, so hi, thanks for watching. It's been a kind of wacky month, but I'm happy to be back. And if you're new to the channel, I'm happy to have you. Today I'm gonna do just a little bit of a catch up and give a little report of the past month. So we'll be starting with what I am currently reading. I am finishing up Yoke, which is a coming-of-age novel that takes place in Brooklyn, New York, focuses on two sisters and their tenuous relationship. I've already read this book. I'm reading it for a book club, and I'm having that moment when you reread a book where you're like, oh my gosh, did I actually read this? It's been interesting to think about how books hit you differently at different points of life and kind of what different parts of the book resonate with you. And I definitely think that it's an interesting book to kind of revisit, especially like I think I read this book when I was in my mid-20s, and now I'm reading this book in my late 20s, and I feel like my kind of connection to the book definitely has it's just interesting to see that transition. I don't know if I'm gonna do a recap of this book. I've already made a video of my thoughts of it originally, and I still find it to be a really lovely reflection on family and trauma. And if you're interested on my thoughts on that, you can check out my original Yoke video. But let's talk about the other books that I'm currently reading. So I'm also reading Helen House by Kayla Kumari Upadhyaya, and I haven't started it yet, but this is the book that I'm going to pick up next. It's this tiny little horror novel, and I'm excited for some book about, it looks like it's a book about trauma and grief, but it's also a ghost story, so I'm excited. Also in horror, I have The Parable of the Sower by Octavia E. Butler as the graphic novel format. I am reading this in another book club, so I'm excited to pick this up and fly through it. And then I also have the book Victim by Andrew Boriga. I haven't heard anything about this, but I've seen it floating around Bookstagram, and it's honestly a cover pick. So I'm excited to kind of figure out what this one is about, and I might update you later. Anyway, those are currently what I am reading. Next up is what I am eating. So I've been traveling quite a bit, so my eating hasn't really been standard meals that I've been cooking, but what I've really enjoyed is going back into my routine. This week I am just really excited to go back to my breakfast of oatmeals. I know I'm a 90-year-old woman trapped in a 29-year-old body, but I love oatmeal, and I especially love watching those viral like Instagram reels where it's like baked oats and like what do you put in your baked oats?
If you love eating oats in the mornings,
I'm excited to have my own viral Instagram reel breakfast of baked oats. All right, what am I playing? So currently I've been listening to a lot of music on the way home, and I know I'm gonna sound basic, but I really love Chappell Roan, and I've been listening to her a lot, and she's kind of been my soundtrack for the emerging Floridian summer, and it's just been really fun to listen to some goofy, silly music. And also I think if I ever get a chance to see Chappell Roan live, I feel like it would be really, really fun. Obsessing over, well, I guess if I'm embracing my basic vibes, then I really gotta go full on into it. I'm obsessing over silly little rom-coms, and that is like the really, oh my god, I love Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway like made this movie what it is, and honestly, like, I'm not going to talk about my opinions of the cringe that was the idea of you, but I will say that I really love Anne Hathaway, and I thought that her performance in this movie was amazing. But that's besides the point. I love the fact that that movie was unapologetically what it set out to be. I'm setting out to watch all of the like squealing rom-coms that I can find, and that includes the latest season of Bridgerton, which honestly, if I'm being honest about what I'm obsessing about, is season 3. It is Penelope and Colin and their romance. It is the unfortunate pining and waiting for June to hit for this second part of the season to come out. I've been watching everybody's opinions about the third season in anticipation for the second part. And if you are like me and just waiting to see what happens when Colin finds out who Lady Whistledown is, you can reply in the comments below. What can I say? I love Gossip Girl. I love a period piece. And Bridgerton is the best of both worlds in all of its goofy glory. And I feel like also Bridgerton is self-aware. It knows what it is. And so I guess if you have any other self-aware rom-coms out there that you think I should watch, you can feel free to reply in the comments below. So what am I recommending? Ooh, well, there is this one really awesome restaurant that we went to in Chicago. It's this cute little cafe, and they make this really awesome Turkish coffee. I forget what the cafe is called, but we'll put it up here. And they also make this really, really awesome fudgy brownie, which I will include in the treating portion of my report. This fudgy brownie is an amazing treat. It's got like, I think it has quinoa bites, but not in like the obnoxious like healthy dessert category. I don't need a healthy dessert. This brownie has the awesome like textural crunchy bit, while also does not shy away from the fudgy decadent chocolate that it is. And also the cafe itself is very cute. You can tell that it's part of the community that it is in. It's always bustling whenever we go there. It's small and cute and also homey. It's a very charming place to go. So if you're ever in Chicago and looking for a place that makes coffee that will wake you up for days to come, try out the Turkish coffee and the amazing brownie at this restaurant. Anyway, that's been my May report. I'm back, so I'll be putting out videos weekly, and I have some really, really exciting videos coming up. And so with that cliffhanger, I'll leave you for this week. You've been watching Dog-Eared Musings. I'm Monica. Happy reading.